entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Hi guys, I'm Griffey here, and this is my Raid Shadow Legends diary. So I have finished all the masteries for Rhazin. Let me get to him over here very quickly. And I'm going to go through, do his masteries really quickly. That'll be the video. But basically I'm building him straight up just for Spider's Den. I really want him to be that tank for Spider's Den. And actually I figured out something that's really stupid that I've been doing, and that is, so right now you see his level is at 38, right? What I had been doing before, and when I was actually like being impatient and not trying to be as cost effective as possible, when I wasn't worried about not putting money into the game and all that other stuff, is I would just level them up all the way and then do the masteries and then do the farming for the potions so they could be ascended, not thinking, hey, dum-dum, why don't you do all that other stuff first, get their level up, and then use the rest of your potions or whatever else to level them up again. Like then take them into campaign and like let them run there, or then use your brews. So it was a matter of order of things, but I felt like a moron, an absolute moron, for having been in this game for so long and not figured that out already. So just me admitting my own stupidity. In any case, so I'm going to build him. I'm using a yumilove.net. I'm going to build him for Spider's Den, which thinks Giant Slayer is the mastery we're going to go for. Has a 30% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage is equal to 7.5% of the target champion's max HP, or 3% of target's max HP when attacking bosses. Bonus damage can occur on each hit of a skill, does not count as an extra hit. Okay, so that's the one that we're going for. And then on the defensive side, because he's a defensive champion, so of course I'm going to take him there, has a 50% chance to counter when this champion loses 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill. I'm actually wondering how often that will actually happen, since he's a defensive bit. Well, in Arena, yeah, of course. And then for Spider's Den, I guess. Cycle of Revenge has a 50% chance of increasing the turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. Will only increase the turn meter one. I'm wondering if I would rather do this. No, let me just stick with, I think I'm gonna just stick with this. So we're gonna take our crit rate here. Then we're gonna take his crit damage, of course. Increases damage inflicted to targets under shield buffs. Or increases damage inflicted by 5% when attacking with, well, I don't want him to stay with low HP, so let's just keep him here. I'm still stunned by the people who have all these masteries memorized. Increase speed by 6% for each enemy killed by this champion stacks. This will be great in Spider's Den. Yay! Then we have increases damage inflicted to targets with less than 40% HP by 8%. Wait, why don't I do heals by 5% of damage inflicted when attacking with 50% or less? Oh, because of the 50% or less turn meter. He's going to be defensive, so I don't know if he's going to spend a lot of time below 50%, especially if I'm going to have like a Raglan or a Reliquary Tender running in teams with him. So you know what? And then this one is increases damage inflicted by 8% for the first hit on each enemy. Oh no, let's just stick with this then. Okay. Over here in the defensive tree, just go down there a little bit. Increase resistance as opposed to increase defense. But I guess that's because we want this here. It decreases the damage received by this champion by 8% when this champion is hit with a critical hit. I mean, okay. Increases the amount of heal. Well, he doesn't heal. Decreases the damage received when this champion. No. Decreases the damage received from the AoE attacks by 5%. I feel like I want to take. He's a defensive based champion, but I won't be putting much resistance on him anyway. All right, so I guess Not exactly 100% convinced of that right now. So let's see. Heals this champion by 10% of their max HP when they kill an enemy target. Oh, that's cool. Well, I haven't looked at that one before. Has 30% chance of placing block debuffs on this champion for 1 turn when stun expire on the... No, okay. I like this one. I feel like I should have put that in more tunes. More champions. Reduces the damage this champion receives from a specific enemy by 0.75%. With each hit taken from that enemy, damage reduction stacks up to 6%. Has a 60% chance of placing a leech buff for 1 turn when places. And then increases resistance. No, because they want me to go for the retribution. %50 chance to counter. And this is gain turn meter. And this is what? Decreases the damage an ally receives for the first enemy hit. No. I guess retribution it is then. All right, so then we come over here. Increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP. This will be nice against bosses. Let's see here. Increases damage inflicted by 5% for each dead ally. I don't want my allies to be dead. Isn't it like a kill streak or something? Oh no, Cycle of Violence. Has a 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn if the damage inflicted by a skill exceeds 30% of the target's max HP. Now, he's not going to do that kind of damage though, is he? Increases damage inflicted to the targets with stun. I guess he's. I'm trying to. I don't know how hard he hits. Let me go up here to the multipliers real quick. Like on his A2, he has a damage multiplier of 6, and his A3 is 4. His A1 does like 1.5, but apparently he slaps. All right, so let's go back here down to kill streak because that's what we want. Increases damage inflicted by 6% in arena, 3% in all other locations for each enemy killed by this champion in battle. Stacked up 12%. We want that for those spiderlings. Then here, places a shield buff on this champion for 1 turn when the champion kills an enemy. The value of the shield is equal to 15% of this champion's max HP. I like that. Let me double check here. Increases damage inflicted by 4% for each debuff on this champion. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so increases damage, it stacks to 12%. If he's going to be my negative affinity tank in Spider's Den, shouldn't he have that one? This one places a shield buff for 1 turn when champion kills an enemy. The value of the shield is equal to 15%. I mean, it gives him shield, but like the way I see it, if I'm using him as my negative affinity tank in Spiders, increases damage inflicted by 4% for each debuff on this champion. He's going to have those poisons on him, so he's going to have 12% extra. Yeah, I'm doing this one. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going away from like so far what's been recommended. I'm going on this one. And then this is the Giant Slayer. So this is how he is built. I changed right here because it just makes more sense to me if I'm using him as a negative affinity tank. So now what I'm doing next is I am going to toss him into campaign brutal 12-3 alone because actually he can solo brutal. Like this is the plus side about defensive champions. If you put them in decent gear, which he's in, I mean, it depends on what level you are. I think he's in some of the best gear I could find for him on my account, which isn't saying much. I mean, it's just what I have laying around, basically. But with defensive champions, I did this with Iron Brago, I did this with Seal of the Drakes. You can run them in 12-3 solo, and they won't always finish it, but like once they're at like 35 or so, they can get to the second wave and beat a couple of champions, and then that amount of XP is higher than if you make them run solo on hard 12-3 or with like a Bellower or whatever to get them through 12-3 brutal. So that's what it takes longer, but the plus side is that you actually get more experience out of it. It's more efficient in terms of getting experience. So I'm going to run him in campaign solo now, and then hopefully tomorrow he will be all set. Well, today, honestly, he'll be all set to go into Spider's Den and help me finally like consistently beat Spider's 20. So thank you guys for watching this all the way through. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.